Okay, we are here. We are live with some more Pokemon Scarlet. Last time, we spent most of the stream looking for a 3-segment Dunsparce. I believe it took us somewhere between 70 and 80 Dunsparce evolutions, so we were a little bit under odds, but to get one. And we actually managed to find a Vivian that we were missing, which was really nice, speaking of which, I should do that. But I think today I want to spend more time shiny hunting, so I think what's going to happen is we're going to focus today and tomorrow on probably just shiny hunts for the most part in this game. And then Friday we'll do the Excalibur 7 raid, or Thursday we'll do Excalibur 7 raids, maybe Friday if need be, and then we'll see about moving on to a little bit of shield stuff to go for legendaries that we need to transfer to this game. Yeah, did we find a shiny yesterday? We found a shiny Dunsparce by accident, that's right. So we have a couple Pokemon to nickname, this was the Vivian we found. Let me really quickly, since I already forgot, let me grab my phone real quick to see if I can find a Pokemon Go gift that we need. And yeah, we're going to focus on, I think, going for some shiny Paradox Pokemon in this game. I don't know, we'll see if we manage to get them all before I switch over to Shield. But yeah, no, I may as well. Let me see. I have to go through the scrapbook real quick and see what I need to go for. Give me one sec here. I gotta find the list. I have a few too many tabs in this spreadsheet now. Okay, we gotta find one that is something that we have not done. I think I'm gonna control F probably because sometimes it's easy to lose tracks. Some like, for example, the Continental Vivian is Poland, Czechia, Sweden, Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, and Germany. So it's kind of easy to lose track of some of those. This is Switzerland. Let's see. Do we have a Switzerland? We do not. I have an ominous deer head. This is a funny photo. That's the gift I got. That's hilariously ominous. Let me quickly go into the Poke Portal. Yeah, so we'll do this and then we'll go for a shiny. I think what we're going to do is we're going to probably go for Roaring Moon first, because I believe that's going to be the most painful one. Oh yeah, no, yeah, so I'm not too worried about nicknaming the shiny Pokemon we have right now, just because we only have 3. I should get to it sooner rather than later. But I'm not too worried about it. Oh wait, I gotta write down Switzerland just so I don't forget. I'm also gonna move my phone away so I don't get distracted by it. Also, I can quickly remove that GIF so I don't try to send it again. Perfect. Okay. Got a quick Pokestop spin. I have one Pokestop by my house, and I was the one who put it there. Or I was the one who submitted it, and it took like 6 months, and I completely forgot, and suddenly it was there. I was like, "Holy shit!" Otherwise, I'd have to walk a little bit to get to him. So that best thing that ever happened. Oh yeah, let's take a quick peek at Outbreaks too, just so I know. I keep seeing Psyduck ones and being tempted to go for them. It's like you don't really need to. We do already have Vaporeon. Ooh, I don't know how easy or hard it is to shiny hunt Phantom without an Outbreak. There's a chance we can get Trevenant without an Outbreak, which would be by far the most ideal situation. I don't know how likely that is to happen. We're probably gonna have to transfer it over to Shield and then trade it with myself using my girlfriend's Switch. It's gonna be a whole thing. I don't have to get Sword from the library. It's gonna be a mess. But yeah, I think I got everything of important talked about. I hope. Okay, let's see what this Vivian is. Is it something we still need? Because we only need 2 more Vivian at this point. Most of them are in Pokemon Home right now, all but the one we got yesterday, just because it was a space issue. See, oh, Blissey, hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. We just need to see one, and I believe we already think one. Let me run into this. I'll just see what its name is. That was a. Oh no, okay. It's like I thought I ran into a Floette. Yeah, no, we definitely have this one. We just need icy snow and ocean. Okay, well, we're not getting countries off the list because I have I think I brought this up, a Photoshop document literally with like all the ones that we or all the locations I've looked at. Meadow. So that I can try to eliminate stuff that I don't have, so. I think that's how we were able to get one yesterday. Eventually I'll probably have to look it up, but I'm being stubborn and trying to figure as much of this out as I can before I Google. And then we are technically missing Pokeball, but that was an event-only thing, and I thought there was a Hoppip. It's not. Alright. me getting my 15th million Hoppip photo. Okay, well then I think we're good to just jump right into Encounter Power for Roaring Moon. So I think what the play oh, one other thing, yeah, real quick. Yeah, we also did come up while doing the Dunsparce shenanigans. We did come up with a few nicknames for shiny Pokemon in Legends Arceus, because we still have quite a few to nickname. We have about 50 left, but we started with almost 200. So I don't know if we'll get the chance to do that today at all. Maybe a tiny bit. We'll see. But yeah. Okay, let me pull up the list. So, okay. So here's the thing about, I think Roaring Moon is the only Paradox Pokemon between both Scarlet and Violet that is completely impossible to isolate in some capacity. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case, and it's pretty limited to one cave, or like the best place to do it is one specific cave. So I can either do Dragon or Dark, but both have other Pokemon that spawn there. I believe Gible and Gabite and Dino and Zweilous will spawn for Dragon, and then Zweilous and Dino will spawn for Dark, as well as I think Sneasel. I think I'm leaning toward doing the Dark encounter method. Because Sneasel would be cool, and we don't have any in the Dino line. I wouldn't mind getting another Gible, because we do have Gible and Gabite, but that could lead to... we're more likely to get a phase dupe if we get unlucky. Yeah, we give him the lead. So I think we do Dark. I was going to say, I could do Dragon and go for Jangmo-o in Kitakami, because that's another shiny I really want, but I think we'll worry about that later. There is a Community Day Pokemon Go event for that, I think this Saturday, so I'm going to get shinies in that regard, but I want to get them on my own in this game if possible. Because it's just a really nice shiny line. Okay, so let me look up Dark type. So we'll have a backup plan as well. I don't really want to go for Bombardier. I could try, actually, to then go look for a Brute Bonnet. Although I think, yeah, once again, I think Dino... At least Dino will be spawning there. Oh, the other thing would be the Impidimp line. That'd be pretty cool to go for. I could even go Sandile line. Oh wait, Boston is still on this list. I do not need that. I already have that shiny. Or Poochyena. Okay, there's a lot of options. I think we see what the Brute Bonnet scenario is once we're down there. And if it doesn't look particularly feasible... You changed my name to SV Addict? No, it's fine. We were playing Legends Arceus last week, and I think next week I'm going to probably play Shield. So, just Pokemon Addict. Don't be ridiculous. No. The other thing, too, is I could technically go for Sableye and have the small chance of finding the shiny Umbreon to avoid having to do an outbreak. I could try that for shits and giggles. I guess we gotta see how this goes. We'll see how lucky we get. Or unlucky. I mean, we have quite a few Herba Mysticas to work with, at least. And speaking of which, I gotta pull up the sandwich calculator. I probably should make a list of how much I have of each Herba Mystica. Make my life easier. I guess we will use 2 spicy. Okay. Let me pull up the sandwich calc. Playing TF2 with your brother, so it won't be as active. No worries. Have fun with that. That's important. I said spicy, right? If it isn't, oops. Okay, so we need Dark Encounter. Okay, this doesn't look like it'll be too bad. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Psychic. Okay. Can we take away anything? That's Humongo power, I'm realizing. What's causing it to be Humongo? I think it is just the two spicy. That works. Not amazing, but I don't have to be that cheap. Money's so easy to get in this game. I mean, the scarier thing is accidentally fucking up the sandwich and having to make it a second time. that's the biggest crime. But these are all pretty flat ingredients, so I'm not too worried about it. We're going for a dark type shiny. Let's see what's a good one for that. It's kind of a weird color scheme, shiny. Roaring Moon. I forget what colors it even is. It's kind of a bunch. You know, we'll go with a red Pokeball. Why not? Okay. So yeah, I'm like, I think if we phase here, unless I'm not aware of something I could phase on that I wouldn't want, I think phasing, for the most part, will be okay. With a decent bit of wiggle room at that. We'll see. We'll see how lucky or unlucky we get. Just make the most of the scenario. How many wiggly jiggly sausages? Just saying that out loud was a pain. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think we could technically try to go for Brute Bonnet. Actually, I was gonna say we could go for Brute Bonnet in the cave at the bottom, but I think if we go up, there might not be any more dark types. We might be able to jump right into Brute Bonnet's shiny hunt too. If we get this in a reasonable amount of time. Also, okay, 9:12, so 9:42 will be when this ends. Cool. We'll see how this all shakes out. Yeah, as long as I get a shiny I don't have the full line of, I will save before I go to catch it. And that really only applies to the first shiny I find. That I like. Well, I mean, it applies to multiple, but you know, it. If I were to get a full-on dupe and then not save and then find something that wasn't a dupe, and then I'd say, yeah, whatever. It's it won't happen. Most likely, it's unlikely to happen. Yeah, so there's no dark types up here. It looks like. Which is fine. I think low kicks will spawn over here. But I do not have this shiny. I can do a quick check. See if I spot one on the way down, on the off chance I get weirdly lucky. Let's see what's down here. Because we gotta run to the cave anyway. Okay, this is Brute Bonnet territory. Okay, it looks like this is the only thing that spawns here. Oh yeah, and this area is like super good for shiny hunting, I found. Just because you can go in a nice, like, circle. It'd be funny if we just found one on the way to the cave. Okay, but this makes this a lot easier, actually. I wonder if it's the only grass type as well. Anyway. That almost, like, kind of jump scared me a little bit. And yeah, we're going for this one first, as I said, because I think it's going to be the most difficult, or at least consistent. Okay, there are Sableye down here as well, which I do need. I can't complain too much. Why are we getting so many Palmo? Anyway. Yeah, so unfortunately Greaveard and stuff still spawns down here a lot. Okay, so yeah, I guess if we get the shiny Sableye, then, yeah. I don't know, maybe Dragon would have been the better type. I really don't know. I don't like all the Greaveard and Houndstone that spawn down here, no matter what you do. I've only seen one Roaring Moon so far. Which, obviously not good. Oh, there's another one. We want to see as many Roaring Moon as we can. Because that's how shiny hunting in this game works. Hope this helps. Okay, so it looks like it's only Zwelius. I mean, I always say it wrong and my girlfriend gets on my case for it. But that's fine because we have a wiggle room of 2 because we don't have that or Hydreigon. I mean, I know it's Hydreigon, because it's German, whatever. I'm a rebel. I'm the lamest rebel known to man. Oh, you're flying. I don't really see him fly that much in the wild, if at all. That kind of caught me off guard a bit. Can't wait to find the shiny Golduck in first. I don't have one in this game yet, but I probably am not saving if I find a shiny Golduck. I have 2 in Legends Arceus. I got 1 in Shield. I don't need one. Yeah, this is definitely not as many as I'd like to be seeing. Maybe Dragon would go a little better. We're not seeing that many Pokemon. And a lot of them, I think, are Greavyards under the ground. You know, sometimes we'll just get really lucky. Okay, I don't. How are Pommies spawning? Like, what are the? How do the spawn points in this area work? There's like spots that must be dedicated to Greavard, no matter what you do, for some reason. This was happening with Iron Valiant as well. I don't get why Pommy are spawning though. Is there literally no Dark type in that like spawn spot? Like what? Checking. Just making sure I had the right account. I didn't fuck up the sandwich or something. This has been like a barren wasteland of Dark types. I mean, it's not that bad, but feels like we're getting almost more not Dark type spawning than Dark type spawning. I think I technically could do this in the lower cave area. Although I don't think that that would be particularly practical, I don't think. First time we've seen a Weavile. Original Espeon. I wonder if you can shiny hunt Espeon in this cave with an encounter 3. I mean, it would be a worse spot. Oh. Okay, shiny Sableye. Nice. That didn't take too long. Not what we're looking for, but I will gladly take it as one that it's a shiny I was willing or wanted to hunt at some point or another. Let's go. I did not prepare a soak user. Oops, that's enough. We'll be using probably an Ultra Ball on this thing anyway. It's also quite a nice shiny. It's just such a strong color. I like it. I really can't complain about this. I'm assuming we're gonna use Ultra Ball. I figure I'd do a quick skim, make sure there's nothing else that really called out. I mean, Level Ball looks okay, but because it's not at 1 HP, I don't think that's worth. It's not worth risking using, like, wasting a Level Ball on it. Yeah, I really didn't think about the soak thing, even though I literally brought up Sableye earlier. I didn't realize it was down here, though, so that's part of it. If this is all we get, I mean, we got a big one, too. Okay, this thing doesn't want to be caught. I think this thing has a pretty low catch rate for no apparent reason. Ultra Ball, go! We might be here a bit. Kind of sucks given that, you know, takes up a lot of time on our sandwich, but I mean, I'm not gonna hit it. I have nothing I can hit it with. I mean, maybe I have somebody that can hit it with a resisted move. Jesus Louises. But if I feint it, then I'm forced to reset and I lose the entire sandwich, so I'm surprised this is so hard to catch. Also, I'm gonna have to put Sableye on the list of things I need to nickname. Which is fine. There we go. Okay, I took a few balls, but we got it. Yeah, we'll worry about that nickname in a bit. Maybe I should lock in the other 3 shiny nicknames before I end up with a huge list. I mean, at least I have potential nicknames written down for all of them, the 3 that we have. Which I think is usually the longer part of the process than the actual nicknaming. Although I'm bad at both parts, so you never know. The way it like jumps up is kind of funny. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any more. Actually, no, that's a lie. There is a subtle shiny. Screamtail's a bit on the. I mean, it's not really subtle. It's just not glaring. Yeah, I'm trying to think about what's gonna be rough. Oh yeah, there is the Fluttermane like exploit where if you do it at night with an encounter powered 3 ghost sandwich, or do it during the day, they like try to spawn but can't because they only spawn at night. Except shiny Pokemon won't despawn from that. So then they'll just pop up. But like, I don't know, it's kind of boring. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's probably gonna just end up being a scenario where it's like, I'm gonna, whatever time of day it is when I do it, we'll wing it. I'm not gonna intentionally exploit it, but if it happens because of convenience of time of day in game, because there's no way to change the time of day, then I'll do it that way. But yeah, it kind of feels like it kills the point of the hunt. I mean, I guess I could technically also not do an encounter 3 thing, but if they only spawn at night anyway, I don't know. I'm not gonna be that elitist about it. Like, I'm not doing like full odds shiny hunts. I know some people enjoy doing those, and I mean, more power to them, I guess. But couldn't be me. But I respect the grind. Oh, actually, Sandy Shocks is probably a bit on the more subtle side as well. Now that I think about it. As a shiny. That one might be a little harder to notice. I mean, it kind of depends a bit on the lighting, I think. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure we're just going to go about doing that one the same way we did Iron Thorns. I feel like the exact same hunting method, I mean. So. But I feel like there's a decent chance we just find a second shiny Sableye. Like, I think that's suddenly become a genuine concern of mine. I don't know why. I guess because it's a single stage Evo. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Now, if I do, hopefully it'll have a title. That would be the only way to really make it work. I mean, I guess it could be a small one as well. It wouldn't be as exciting, but I'd take it. I like how I'm pleading with the game for when it, like, I'm like assuming it's gonna give me a shiny Sableye, and I'm like pleading with it for when it does. I'm just bargaining with the game. I wonder if dragon types would work a little better. I mean, if we don't find a Roaring Moon shiny, I mean, that's probably what we're doing. Switching over to dragon types, so. Yeah. Yeah, we're just not seeing that many Roaring Moon to begin with. Which just doesn't give me the confidence I would like. Oh, so yeah, them flying up is actually kind of bad. There's a small chance I just, like, missed some of them. I think I looked back at one point, there was one in the air, and it, like, immediately despawned because I was going too far from it. So that is not a 0 possibility. I guess I should have looked up if this thing can hit itself with Recoil Roaring Moon as well. Like, it would be cool to catch it in, like, a fancy ball or something. Because I'm pretty sure now that I think about the main portion of the shiny is green. Like, a lot of the shinies, not all of the shiny Paradox Mounts, but a lot of them follow a similar, like, shiny look that the original shiny versions. So, you know, like, Sandy Shock's shiny is similar to Magneton, Fluttermane shiny is similar to Misdreavus's, etc. I think the only one that breaks that is Great Tusk. And then the past ones are all silver. I don't know, I think that's a cool gimmick. I mean, I think it makes sense. You know, I don't think... I'm not really worried about missing a shiny Roaring Moon if it appears on my screen. Like, I'm pretty confident if it shows up, I'll see it. Which is at least a nice thing. I guess there's a small paranoia with, like, Brute Bonnet that I'd miss the shiny. Just because of, like, the angling of its head. But I'm pretty sure it'd be fine. They're pretty big. Better than going for, like, Fungus, you know? Yeah, for whatever reason, just, like, the general spawn rate down here feels slower than a lot of areas. But I think that's partially just because Greavyard and it has taken up some of them. May as well grab the hidden items. Nah, it's actually probably a waste of time. It's only a waste of a few seconds, but still a waste of time. Hello, any Roaring Moon home? Like, at least show me the Roaring Moon. They're not shiny, I want to see them. They're shy, what can I say? I'm very intimidating. You know, my pure, raw, unadulterated manliness. Anyway, so I'm also a liar. I mean, when I can check the graveyard, I may as well, but... not going out of my way for him. Yeah, shiny one of the line would be nice, it's just not... not urgent. Still got a good 15-ish minutes, maybe a little less. So, I mean, still a decent chance. Yeah, the lack of encounters is not really raising my confidence. I see why this was deemed the worst Paradox Shiny to hunt for, just given the circumstances. Shiny Sneasel! Looks like a female one. Got the shorter ear, or like feather. Got a title too! Let's go. Let me do a real quick Sneasel move pool check. Or if I'll sweat that. I don't think it'll have any recoil moves, but may as well be safe. Nope. While I'm here, let me just check Roaring Moon as well. No. It gets double edge at 91, but that's obviously not really relevant here. I guess I'm gonna go for a heal ball on this, just because it seems like it matches pretty nicely. And also put Sneasel on the list of things to nickname. So that's phase number 2. I mean, it was, as I said, it was kind of expected. I mean, it's 2 shinies I wanted, so can't complain. First time I've gotten either of them as a shiny. Because, yeah, Sableye isn't in, like, Legends Arceus, and Sneasel is, but it's only in the Paradox, or, like, the Space-Time Distortion, so they're very rare to find. I don't see enough to really get a shiny one. Which I don't think I've ever found a shiny in a Space-Time Distortion. One day I'd like to change that, but also it's too much effort. Okay, we have about 10 minutes? 11? Ah, 14. Okay. Yes, you're a Sneasel, we know. I was gonna try to get a save in. Not quite a Roaring Moon. So now we just need to get a Zweilious, and then we'll have the whole shiny phase group. And you know what? It wasn't a Sableye. And yeah, we got 2 shinies I needed, so even if this ends up not giving me a Roaring Moon, which, I mean, was sort of likely. That's an Umbreon. For a second I was like, is that a shiny? No. That's the first Umbreon we've seen down here, might I... Oh, probably because it was daytime above. So is we're going to start seeing more of them? I mean, honestly, I'm very happy to see Umbreon down here. It's a shiny we still need. Otherwise, I have to basically look for an Outbreak. Which, not bad, it's just that not all Outbreaks are created equal. But if we start seeing Umbreon, I would not at all complain. Blue. Womp womp. Okay, well, we've still only seen one Umbreon, so so much for that. I don't know why that one showed up. I'm guessing it is pretty limited spawn points. Let's see. Yeah, if we don't get anything here, I think we'll switch over to a dragon. Power. Just to not unnecessarily increase the chance of dupe shinies. I mean, we could get 2 Gibble, that's feasible. Assuming they spawn in here, but I'm pretty sure they do. Because, yeah, it might be the better option in terms of types. There might be a little less competition for it spawning. If I'm wrong about Gibble and it's just Zweilious, then they probably will spawn more. But I'm pretty sure Gibble and Goodbye can spawn here as well. There's some other mystical dragon type that I'm completely forgetting. I would not be surprised. It's easy to forget about some of the spawns in an area. I mean, plus we still have to deal with the fucking Reveards and shit spawning for some reason. For whatever reason, yeah, can't get rid of them down here. Yeah. So Roaring can't spawn up there. They just don't seem to spawn in that like little ramp area often for whatever reason. Might just be luck of the draw. We saw 2 Roaring Moon, it's a miracle! Seeing 2 back-to-back is unfortunately, like, exciting. Given the amount we've generally seen. Okay, so my Umbreon thing was a complete dud. We've seen 1. Once again, not that it really matters, but you know, if there's anything to get a higher chance on of finding shiny, that would have been a nice one. What a nice possibility. Angry Beard just spawned in on the rock. Tried its best. Yeah, there are some things that have been spawning in the walls down here. Some pommies and shit. Oh, Fluttermane. First time I see one of those over here, I feel like. Although, yeah, once again, if it's turn night, they probably couldn't spawn before anyway. And I'm guessing that they might only spawn over the little water bit there anyway. Now we're going a while without a roaring moon. Funny if they were like day only and I didn't know that. No, there's one. That would just be a giant slap in the face. I would be very slapped, as the youth say. I'd be skibbitied. The youth also say that. I would know I'm hip and young. I mean, I look young. I'm not hip. I look younger than I am. I'm 45. No. Ah, second Umbreon! Yippee! It'd be crazy if we found a shiny Umbreon, to be honest, given how rare these spawns seem to be. Let's see, I got like 4 or 5 minutes left on this. Another shiny would be very pleasant. If I don't get anything though, I mean, I can't complain. I got 2 shinies. You guys be like, whoa, I won't. You don't need to complain. Here's a third one, another Sableye. I'm somehow baffled that we didn't get the Sableye again. It just seemed like it was very likely to occur. I don't know why. Yeah, I probably should be a little, not like as far from the water as I can be, but a little further. Probably gonna be just ever so slightly better spawns. Yeah, I was gonna say, this I think is showing why I decided to prioritize this one first. I feel justified in my decision. That's why I could have been counting the amount of roaring moons that spawned. And I feel like we're still way under odds for specifically roaring moon shinies. Not that, you know, that's not exactly how shinies technically work, but, you know. Statistically, we're pretty unlikely to have found one by now. Statistically, we're even less likely to find a shiny Umbreon, but we're gonna find one, wink wink game, right? Haha. That would be still nuts. Trying to will it into existence. Could work, you never know. The last couple minutes here. It would be nice to get another shiny wink wink. It would be sick if that happened. I don't. Probably not gonna, but. Hey, you never know. We could find something. We could find another Sableye. Wouldn't that be dandy? I do kind of wonder if the lower area will be better for this. Because we wouldn't be getting the Graveyard spawns, like the cave area, the bigger one. I don't know, that was the issue. And I mean, I could sort of test it, but my testing is fairly limited. So, I mean, I guess if we do another lap with the dragon one and don't get the dragon encounter power and we still aren't getting anywhere, then I could at least try it. It's about to end in a second. We'll probably know when it ends, just based off the spawns. I don't know how diverse the spawns are down here, but we'll know. You know, I almost always know. Oh, I'm right by the water. I feel like pommies and shit are still spawning is funny to me. I don't even get that one especially confuses me. The whole Graveyard thing's already confusing enough. It's starting to go on a little longer than I thought it would, but oops, I guess. Did I do my math wrong? Nope, actually I think that might be it. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I'll just keep riding until it feels like it ends. I'm just here for another hour because most of what spawns down here is dark type or some shit anyway. I mean, I guess we could ride around and see if we spot any more dragon types besides Wheelius. They can confirm, you know, if there's Gibble and Gabite down here. Okay, now we're done. Get Dark Trio like right. Okay, I mean, I'll run around real quick just to see what other dragon types could appear, just so I know what I'm getting myself into. I mean, if it's only Zweilius, that'd be pretty poggers. Gibble Gabite, not that high on the priority list, but I wouldn't complain. You tiny? Yeah. I was like, you look a little small. I haven't really getting that many Zweiliuses. I mean, funny that, yeah, the spawns haven't changed that drastically. Still a lot of Sneasels and Sableyes. Get more Lichen Rocks. Okay, well, Lichen Rocks, I mean, those weren't spawning before. I mean, if it's just Wheelius, I mean, I should have been doing that then, right off the bat. I mean, maybe Gibble don't spawn down here. I mean, I could have just been wrong. Which I would not complain about being wrong. I mean, we're still gonna get Graveyards and shit spawning, but whatever. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop that. They're like, summoning circle, I need to spawn. I like how now I'm just running in a circle for no reason. Okay, so Gibble and Gabite do spawn over here, although it seems... I mean, that's the higher bit. Maybe it's just a very unlikely spawn down here. I mean, if it's a rare spawn, that would probably be more ideal. Just because, yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna phase on a different shiny dragon, Zweilius is 100% the one I'd rather phase on. Especially because we have wiggle room of 2 for Velius in terms of shinies that I can get out of it, while we only have 1 for the Garchomp because we got the Gibble and the Gabite already. Okay, yeah, well, whatever's going on with the Gabite, they don't seem to be a common spawn. Granted, as I said, we're not seeing that many Veliuses either. But I'm letting my urges kick in for a sec. I'll do like one more lap for shits and giggles. I mean, I'm going longer here than I really have any need to be. It's just kind of addicting running around and just seeing if you get lucky. Just think about. Oh, actually, we should take photos of the 2 shiny Pokemon first. Now that I think about it. May as well do it in the actual cave we found them in. Try 2 different angles for him too, even. Okay. Yeah, really not many Gibble Gabites. I'll do another quick save. Let's see what the Sneasel has as a title. I mean, it's probably just like sociable or something, but never know if you don't look. Sleepy time. Okay, you know, we take it. Sneasel, I'm gonna make a note real quick, but it's Sneasel the Sleepy. Let's start with Sableye. We're gonna have to really quickly paralyze, heal it, or I guess Cherry Berries probably. Yeah, we have a gazillion of those. Let's say hello. You're a little gremlin looking guy, eh? But in like the best kind of way. It is honestly quite a nice shiny. I think it's the color of it has changed over time. I forget what I think it was more like green in Gen 3? Alright. Angie? Playing an invisible piano. It's like it snooze. Just kind of chills. Very nice. Sableye is kind of one of those Pokemon that snuck up on me a little bit in terms of enjoyment. Like, I'm not in love with it or anything. But over time, it's sort of I've grown a softer spot in my heart for it, just as kind of a goofy fellow. I mean, New Snap definitely definitely helped with that. Yeah, it's just kind of a funny little guy. One more try. See if we got anything else. Oh, invisible piano. Okay, one more. Oh, very fun. I do that, and then every time I gotta take it back out to show my girlfriend. And try to get a funny pose out of it. Hey. Here, yeah, I'm gonna do the thing where I go into my photos and send one that way, I think. I'm gonna get a much better photo for her when I do it that way. Okay. What? Let's do a Sneasel one then. Let's go maybe a little more over this way though, just to keep things spicy. Also, Sneasel is also quite a nice. Okay, I mean, I like pink. I just like the color pink, and it's a very vibrant pink. But it definitely works on it. It's almost a little too intense of a pink. I mean, but you know, I guess it's probably a little better to be a little too intense than underdo the shiny, to be honest. Yeah, well, what if I have to go for a Weavile at some point too? Okay, that's kind of a funny one. I don't know what I expected you to sleep like. It wasn't really that. We'll have to see about going for that. But yeah, no. Honestly, I'm pleasantly happy with this find. Okay. Here's a look at Sneasel from this angle. Thankfully, we're fast. do a quick run around with it. I do love its, like, I don't know, ninja run, so to speak. I feel like such a ninja-y pose. Sneasel has a good noise, too. I really like its sound effect. Oh, yeah, I do think you have a good sound effect. Yeah! One more. Yeah, it's pumped to have a good sound effect. Let's go. I'm moving before the Griever gets me. Okay, I can actually just take this photo and then... Or take one of these photos. Send to my girlfriend. I like how I move position and you can't even actually see the background. That happens like most of the time I try to do that. Which, funny. Ooh, cool. Yeah, we'll have to start brainstorming names for them at some point. Do we want to take a quick BRB break? I might. Then we gotta reset the sandwich stuff. We'll probably do 2 spicy again, I want to say. But we'll have to figure out what we want to do. Actually, here, let me see what we're doing with this real quick before I get too ahead of myself. Okay. Actually, wait, let me try. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know the dragons love that. Okay. 4 avocado and only 1 wasabi. Interesting. Okay. We'll do that. Do a quick save again. I'm probably oversaving a little bit. It's fine. Set up a picnic. I'm gonna take a quick BRB break. Oh yeah, and then we gotta figure out what our backup dragon plan is. I'll be right back. One more second here. Okay. Where's it? They're all just sitting over there. Nah, I was like, where is everyone? Okay, oh yeah, real quick. I think, honestly, now that I think about it, I'm pretty much happy with the backup plan of just going for Jangmo. Because I believe we can do that, like it's not really the desert area in Kitakami, but that's the best way to describe it, is like the dirt area. I believe it'll be the only spawn there. I guess I could come up with one more backup in case that really, like, doesn't pan out for whatever reason, or if I'm incorrect. But I'm pretty sure that's the only dragon type that spawns over there. Noibat, Noivern. Oh, Shelgon's still on this list. That needs to be removed. Not doing Tatsugiri. Can't really do... I could do Vibrava and Flygon. There's Gumi, but I don't really have a good plan. Duraludon. Oh, I could go Cyclizar. Cyclizar works as a backup. I mean, I guess, depending on how everything goes, that could slightly backfire, but that's okay. Like over was like little gremlin guys, yellow and pink, like Bandba and Pepto-Bismol. That's in reference to Sneasel, Shiny Sneasel and Shiny Sableye. Okay, so we need Dragon's favorite food, avocados. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 spicy and a wasabi, and that should be encounter power 3. Okay, well the previous pick didn't work. Did we try blue? Maybe I did. I think I did blue. Do green. I guess it was the same flag. I don't know. Oops, sue me. This one's at least a nice and easy one to make. I just throw a bunch of avocados down, which are not a mean ingredient to use. Are you showing me the left and right option if I can't actually click the left and right option? Oh, I tried to click it to put it in the middle, and nope. Just a terrible sandwich all around. Avocado and... oh, what was it? Avocado and wasabi. I can't imagine that would be a good sandwich. And I guess for an avocado and wasabi lover, it's probably pretty good, but... you know. Anyway. Little mice. Oh, they look so happy. A Tasty Rack original. Okay, let's see if this goes any better. Fingers crossed. I mean, you know? I said a lot of nothing there. Okay, so we know Roaring Moon doesn't have any recoil moves. I guess I can preemptively check while I'm falling here. Dino. Oh wait, I have to be Zweilious actually to... Zweilious shouldn't... I don't know about Giblurgabite, but I'm not going to worry about that for the moment. Because we're not going to find Giblurgabite shiny. Okay, yeah, so no dragons up here still. It is kind of interesting just to see, yeah, like what comes up when you run through the little in-between areas. And I'm presuming Screamtail, Fairy type will work perfectly fine for going for that. I could even timely do Psychic because I do want Giraffe and Farigiraf shinies at some point or another. Yeah, but I think the best way to check for shiny Sandy Shocks is to look at the feet. Or like the legs, because those will be black. Are there any dragons out here? Nope. I saw the palm out of the corner when I went... oh wait, I guess Float spawns, but I think we stay up top. Float only spawns in the bottom areas. That's an issue. Or we could probably do it in the cave as well. I'm sure there's something I could do with Screamtail. Might take a teensy bit of experimenting, but... they call me Experiment McGee. Oh my god, look at all this Zweilious. Okay. That's honestly a good sign. Okay, so Gibble, yeah. I am... okay, it doesn't look like the Gibble... there's a decent bit of them. Doesn't seem like a massive risk. The risk's a risk, but, you know. I guess we'll have to see if it seems like there's more Roaring Moon. Yeah, I do want the Dino lines shiny. That's quite a nice shiny. I do believe I have the full line in home from Pokemon Go Community Day stuff a ways back. But hey, it's fun to get them in the actual game. Sometimes that prevents me from wanting to prioritize certain shinies, but a lot of times I just kind of go, yeah, it's still worth going for them. Yeah, three road moons in one spot. That's more than we usually see, I feel like. The right Chansey are showing up, but whatever. Oh! Wow, that was fast. If this despawns Chansey. That was fast, though, to find a shiny. That was only a couple minutes. I meant to check when the timer started, but oops. Or to keep track of how long I've been going for. But honestly, hey, we take it. Oh yeah, look at that shiny. Lovely shiny. Look at the fella. So 3 phases now, but that's okay. Can't win them all. I didn't know the shiny was gonna potentially cause problems. I was prepared for it. I mean, if it's still a problem after this, then we'll go from there. Luxury Ball maybe for this? Fireball kind of... Oh, Dust Ball, though. Oh, I just realized we didn't actually get it to 1 HP. Whoops. I just kind of assumed... What? Where'd the ball go? Wait, no, Dust Ball works. I was like, Nest Ball, Luxury Ball. Like, no, you dingus. Go with the ball that matches the green and is black, too. I think I'm gonna immediately get into a fight. Wasn't wrong. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get either another Zweilious or a Roaring Moon by the end of this. And it's nice to at least get 2 shiny. I mean, I guess 1 Gibite or Gibble is totally acceptable too. Not like, as I said, not high on the priority list because we have the shinies in Legends Arceus, plus Garchomp's just kind of a weak shiny in general. But we don't actually have the full line in this game, so I wouldn't complain too much. Now if we get 2... if it's in this run, I probably wouldn't complain too much if I got 2 shiny Gibble and a Zweilious. I'd still be getting 2 shinies I needed, so... Yeah, I don't know what my play is here if I don't get it in this run. To be honest, Dragon seems to be a little more effective than Dark, though, for whatever reason. It might turn into a game of not saving if I find a different shiny that isn't Roaring Moon. Not that I like to do that. I mean, I have the supplies to keep going, but I don't really want to waste supplies. I mean, I could also do it in Counter Power 2. That way I'm not wasting her Mystica, but that just takes a while. Especially given they're already kind of on the less common side for the spawns here. Hard to say. And yes, I could check the lower area, the lower big cave, if I really wanted to. That is also a possibility. Just to see if that seems to give us any better results in the amount that we see. That one's just stuck in the rock. The one Graveyard. Okay, random Espeon, sure. I'm presuming that means it's daytime now. We really only saw like 2 Umbreon, which is kind of funny. I think we've seen the same amount of like Espeon as Umbreon. which makes no sense. Yeah, it does feel like this is producing at least a few more growing moons than the dark type one was. Although depending on how this bit ends, if we don't get one, the dark type one might be more worth doing based off potential phases. We'll see. I'm kind of just preparing myself mentally for the worst, just in case. You know, you gotta have plans on plans. Having a plan is a big part of shiny hunting. If I go into the middle more, does that spawn more? I haven't really tried that actually. But then it seems like more spawn in the middle. Maybe? But then it's hard to tell what's like... Oh. Correct versus confirmation bias, but it doesn't matter! We found one! You are... kind of ugly. But in the best way. The ugly way. Let's go! Okay, took us 3 phases to get this one, but, you know, not too bad. What was it, like... 45 minutes? 50 minutes, something like that. Honestly, not too bad. I was getting tucked in for the long haul, but turns out we don't need to. I mean, I also technically could stick around and try to go for another Zorelius, but I guess there's probably a place where I can just do Dino on its own. Even Gibble, I'm sure if I really wanted one shiny again, there's a place to go. So. I'm like, false swipe, what ball am I even catching this in? I have no idea. This thing has so many colors on it, I feel like. Well, it's just yellow, red, and green. Like, it's just a lot of weird colors. Honestly, the repeat ball might be the best option. I'm trying to... I'm gonna choose my option the best. Yeah, fuck it, let's just go with people. Nest ball might have... yeah, like, the green balls didn't really match the green on it. So the repeat ball at least matches it pretty well. It gets every color except the green. And at least the yellow part of it is unique to the shiny, I'm pretty sure. We've had a lot of trouble catching things in this cave. The repeat ball I'm surprised about. Like, it made sense, yeah, that the full HP Ultra Ball wasn't doing a ton for Sableye. Or the Heal Ball was having a little bit of a rougher time with Sneasel. This one we just have really good odds of getting. I mean, it's probably just a low catch rate, but... yeah. There we go. 3rd time's the charm. We got ourselves Roaring Moon Shiny! Yippee! And that gives us enough time to go for probably one more Paradox Shiny as well later today. As well as whatever the backup entails. Cool. We will worry about that later. Let's go look for Hakamoa, or Jangmo, not Hakamoa. Which I believe the Paradise Barrens here should house him. I guess we just kind of have to avoid the Porygon too. Because that would, you know, clog up some space. We're gonna have a decent bit of Pokemon to come up with nicknames for. Okay, thankfully this shiny should stand out very obviously. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, so this is just these because it's like what, like a bright fucking like pink. I really like this shiny line. I know a lot of people don't. They're wrong though. So I mean, it's like atrocious and hideous in the best possible way. Yeah, I don't know how intensely I want to try to play the avoid Oregon game. I mean, we want to keep everything around the same, like, eye level as me. We don't want things spawning, you know, in the lower bits. There are a few static spawns around here. I don't really know what the best routing is here. I mean, I technically could probably picnic reset up against, like, a wall. But I don't think that would be faster, to be honest. We have a decent bit of time here. I mean, if we're lucky, we'll at least find one. It'd be cool if we got two. That's probably a little bit of wishful thinking, though. Couldn't get too cocky and/or greedy. I mean, it gave me the Roaring Moon in a pretty reasonable amount of time, so if we don't get anything else, we still got 2 shinies in the Roaring Moon, so like I can't complain no matter what. Doesn't mean I don't want one though. Up there, up top. This one around here seems to spawn things really well. I've noticed from doing outbreaks. Maybe we kind of just do like a longer lap, and we have more wiggle room than we do with whenever we do like the outbreaks over here. So I want to try to use that space to my advantage. Can't bound him. Not that I needed to, I just wanted to. Mildly distracting, and eventually it was probably going to start running after me, so. Okay. I think this general setup here works. And then I guess I was gonna say, I guess the question is, what training alpha do I want to go for next? Okay, I could do Brute Bonnet, granted. I don't know if I want to do that because of the dark typing. Like, would be what I'd use, just because we know that works. I could try Screamtail. I don't know if it's going to take some trial and error. Hard to say. And Sandy Shocks could work. So, I mean, like, Slitherwing is nice. I don't think any of them are gonna be. I don't think any of them are gonna be like super difficult. And we could do Screamtail just because I don't know the method and I want to figure that out. Like, I think all the other ones I can kind of figure out the method. Just intuitively. I don't know where the best spot for Screamtail is. I want to assume Fairy typing is going to be the better option over the Psychic typing. Just because that's... like, Girafarig spawns pretty much throughout the whole thing. Like, I think we'd be better off staying up higher. Or going really low. I feel like it's got to be one or the other. We will see. And the other thing is, I don't have to shiny him, but I think we'll do one more. And whatever leftover time we have, we can try to do nicknames for the newly caught shinies. Prioritizing those over the Legends Arceus ones still. Otherwise, this game's boxes are going to get to be a mess. I mean, Legends Arceus boxes are already a bit of a mess, but that's another issue. Yeah, well, when we were doing Legends Arceus, I was quite enjoying myself. Yeah, I was having a lot of fun with that. It's a fun game to just shiny hunt and just kind of mess around in. I probably in a sec should do a check to see how much time I have left, just so I know. Probably like 10 minutes, I would assume. Well, okay. Yeah, actually, I think we do the next shiny hunt, and then we just won't have any extra time after that, but that's fine. No luck yet with the Jangmo. I mean, 12 minutes is a pretty good amount of time to get at least one. Obviously, doesn't guarantee anything, but I at least like the odds. Yeah. I feel like I've seen quite a few Jangmo-Os already. Like, this route seems pretty decent. Not like some god rat or anything, but seems solid enough. Seeing quite a few of them. Take a few moments here and there just to pause to look around. You never know what spawns behind ya. And obviously I can't just sit there staring behind me the whole time, but occasional turnaround never hurts. You just don't want to be walking, looking behind you, because the much bigger chance you spawn and despawn something, and by doing it that way, which I think is just worse than not finding it at all. For Jangmo not being super nice to me. Wants me to work for it, I guess. That's gonna make Koraidon work for it by moving its legs a bunch. Okay. Yeah, we haven't doing a lot of shiny hunting so far today. I mean, my eyes are getting a little tired. Maybe I should hold off on the next hunt. I guess I'll see how I feel. We haven't done too much of this recently, so I think my eyes have to like get used to it again. And I mean, I think different Pokemon cause different levels of strain. Like, these shouldn't really be causing strain, because I think the shiny would be like crazy noticeable. But they are a little smaller Pokemon, so I'm like, you know, I gotta be more cautious. Jangmo just doesn't want to be nice to me today. Maybe I need to be nice to it. Like, you're such a silly little guy, Jangmo. Oh. They're kind of silly. I do quite like the line. Initially, when I saw them, I had like what am I looking at? But they grew on me. I say that about like basically every fucking Pokemon. Or like either I knew I loved it from the start, or eventually I start to like it more. That like perfectly describes every Pokemon for me. Like I either love it at the beginning or I love it later. Oh, that's kind of the joy of Pokemon for me. As you know, starting to like Pokemon you previously didn't. Yeah, finding new, maybe not favorite, but favorites in general. Something about that's exciting and fun and rewarding to me. Yeah, well, rewarding in a, you know, not like a I worked hard to do it way, but in a, you know, yippee, I like something new way. And I feel like finding new things you like is rewarding. Even if it is just virtual little monsters. Little creatures. I'm big. Oh no, pink one. We got like 6 or 7 minutes maybe? I kind of saw the number and then like immediately forgot what, or like I calculated what time it was roughly going to end at and then I kind of just forgot. Which I guess is a very me thing to do. I'm a very me thing to do. Yeah, we got fine. We got a few minutes remaining. But honestly, I'm kind of surprised we haven't found one by now. I mean, once it's just luck, I mean, you know. And I don't know if I'm just being a little impatient. Which could be the case. It is funny, yeah, like, shiny hunting nowadays, like, oh, I've gone 10 minutes without a shiny, I'm so unlucky. It's like, what? Back in the olden day, people would be like, oh yeah, it's been a month of me hunting one guy. You know, I'm expecting to do another 3 months and I can't wait. To be fair, shiny hunting has become much more enjoyable. For the average person, I'd say. Over time. I much prefer this sort of level. Your chat always is quiet. This is like my chat. Usually it's pretty quiet. I mean, depends if someone pops in and starts a conversation or not, but a lot of times it's pretty quiet. And I'm just sort of used to that. I do it because I enjoy it, not because I want the views. I mean, the views wouldn't hurt, but not the reason I do it. Do the streaming or the YouTube or any of that. This is gotta be ending in a few minutes. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we'll know when it runs out, obviously, but looks like we're gonna not get lucky. I mean, there's time. You know, anything's possible. Fingers crossed. See, I don't take it too seriously. I'm worried about affiliate BS or whatever. I'm too busy to contribute it. Yeah, no, I totally get the. Yeah, I've sort of am like the whole affiliate thing. Like, it seems nice, but I'm also like, the only way for me to realistically get it would actually be to stream less and like try to like tactically stream. And it's like all that for something that I don't think would even have much of an impact at all on my stream anyway. So I'm like, I don't care enough. I'd rather just stream because I enjoy it. Let's see. Yeah, we've definitely seen quite a few of these guys. And we do get 2 shinies, which is a general. I think 2 to 3 is the typical amount of shinies I find with Herba Mystica's probably leaning a little more toward 2, so. But, no. Depends. I don't know what the most is I've found via Herba Mystica. I don't know. I probably have found 4 at least once in one, but I don't think I've ever gone past 4. Yeah. Even then, I'm not even sure if I did hit that number or not. You have to like shoot a certain amount of time and days to actually get to say, yeah, well, yeah, you have to, there's like a certain minimum to, I think you have to stream like a certain amount of days in the month and for a certain amount of time total. Oh, okay, it ended rip. Yeah, no luck there, but that's life. Yeah, you do have to stream like a certain amount. I don't know what the requirements are because at least for me, because of how much I stream, I like far surpass that. Now I'm just grabbing items. Just real quick, let's take a look at the see if we got any titles on the 2 new shinies first. And then maybe we'll go back to the Great Crater to get a couple photos. No titles. Unlucky. Or I guess expected luck. Let's do a quick heal. No, we'll go from there. Actually, is that Voltorb in a really good spot to shiny here? We do technically need another Electrode. And that'd be a little bit less of a commitment than the Herba Mysticas. I could just do it without. I mean, I could do level 1 if I really want, but I don't even think I need that. We can take a look at it in a second. Because I would just be running it out of the town. Didn't think about that until just now. So. Let's see. I am curious, because yeah, I think it's a little too late to commit to a new Herba Mystica thing. Also, I think my eyes are just getting a little tuckered out from intense staring. Oh yeah, I think. Wait. Is this outbreak? What is this? Like, where? Is it better over here? What is like the spawn parameters for this one? I was actually pushing for affiliate, but whenever I met the requirements, I found out I had to fill out a form and pay method and bank and shit. I said, fuck it, I don't need the money. I mainly just want to play video games and talk to people and make friends. Yeah. Well, yeah, and like, the only thing that you get money-wise out of it that you don't normally get would just be subscriptions, which, and if you're a small streamer, you're probably not getting that many to begin with, so it ends up not being enough of a difference maker. Can't tell how many is even from the outbreak. I could do this. Is it worth it? I don't think so. TV. Because yeah, if I'm gonna do this, it has to actually be worth it. Now we're just not getting enough spawns. We are getting a shiny Fido though. Somehow, sure. If we just got one of these the other day, game. That is the first time my game has ever crashed. Like 450 hours in. Thank God we just saved. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, we literally just hunted a shiny Fido the other day. That's kind of funny. But hey, we take them. We take another one. That's kind of funny. I'm glad I spotted it. That was completely unexpected. It'd be funny if it wasn't there when I came in. And it was right by the town, which is kind of scary for spawning, because things despawn when they enter the town. So, let's see. Should be there, right? There it is. Try that again. Hello there, Mr. Shiny Fido. Sorry, Mrs. Shiny Fido. Go for the Thunder Wave on it. I think I was looking at a Voltorb outbreak, or trying to. Completely unrelated shiny. Worked out. Getting all worked up. Yep, that's the move. Do I do Ultra Ball? Cubble almost works. I don't remember what we did last time, to be honest. To do like the opposite. Probably more likely the Ultra Ball. And let's do Heal Ball. Fuck it. What's the worst case? I regret it for the rest of my life. Cool. Pleasant little surprise there. I think we'll go interact with the Sneasel and the Zweilius first, and then we can come back and do a quick interaction with this little feller. Just the complete accidental fine. Let me quickly name that. I think we did have other names that were in line with the Fido and the Darkspawn shinies that we had. So I might have to do a look around, but I think we can find something. What is it? Does this work better if I like run out? Okay, so I'm still checking this Voltorb. If I were to do this. No, okay, I just don't think the Voltorb one's gonna work. For a second I thought this was 5 EVs, but no, it's just dealing. One of my viewers I found whenever I met the requirements basically got my ass about it. Every time he would join my stream, I joined in, his first thing he would say was, "Hey, real name, you're gonna fill out that form," and I kept telling him I didn't want to do it, and finally told him after the last time, I'm done talking about it, and after said that I threw in a timeout every time he joined and we mentioned. Yeah, some people in Twitch can be like weirdly pushy about things. Yeah, it's probably just bound to happen on the internet. So yeah, sometimes it's them trying to be funny and the joke goes on longer than it needs to, and sometimes it's, I don't know, you know, just not caring. But yeah, that is annoying. I get that. I've had a fair share of people in Twitch chat who are a little annoying. Back to Pokemon indeed. We're gonna go look at the 2 shinies I just got earlier. And the Fido. And yeah, I guess we'll just do a few like Terra raids. Come up with a few nicknames for the shinies we got today and yesterday. And I think tomorrow we'll come back and try to go for a couple more Paradox Pokemon. At the rate we're going, given we only got 1 today, it's probably unlikely for us to get all of them done before we get to Shield, or get all the Paradox shinies caught. But that's okay. You know, they're not going anywhere. And I think breaking up the shiny hunts is probably a good call, generally speaking. Now I'm just gonna, I can grab all the items carefree now. All the items that I'm never gonna use. Yippee! Citrus berries! What's your favorite shiny in the game you caught so far? Looks, type, etc. I think it's a close one. I mean, I found a shiny Mareep, which Mareep just is my favorite Pokemon that's available in this game, and it has a pretty good shiny, so that I was quite happy with. Although I do intend to hunt that down later to try to get a, you know, like one of the size or a title or something. So that was just kind of a pleasant little surprise. I found a wild shiny Swap Blue that really also was very cute and I was very happy with. And then like a week later they did an event where they were spawning all over the place. So that's another big one for me in this game. And the other one is funny enough, is a shiny Choodle. Not because like I care that much about shiny Choodle, but because it had a rare mark, which with the charm I had was a 3 in 1,000 chance, plus it was shiny charm odds. So I think that came out to like a 1 in 455,000 chance of occurring, something like that. So that one's just the rarest shiny I probably have. So that one's exciting. Let's take a look at this guy. Look at you, nice and green. I really do like this line's shinies. It's just, I don't know, it's a pleasant change. It looks visually good. You know, it's enough of a difference to stand out. But just a solid shiny overall. I mean, I like the color green. I mean, it is kind of a puke green, but in a good way, I guess. Okay, it just kind of leans its head forward a little bit when it sleeps. Ah, woo! The shake. Get a quick run around with you. It's got like such a wide stance. So when it runs, it is, I don't know, wide. That's what a wide stance implies. Yes, you're very wide. Very, very, maybe it doesn't like that actually. You're very normal sized. Oh no, you like being wide. Never mind, you got angry. You're very wide. Let's see where we want to go for. Go a little over here for Roaring Moon. Why not? I think I told you I already did, but I told you my team plan using for whatever I finally get to some free time. Yeah, you did bring that up. Yeah. With what was it? I'm gonna attempt to remember the team for funsies just to prove I was paying attention. It was what? Meganium, Tauros, Magmar, Nidoqueen, Skarmory. Kingler, that's what it was. Aha! Anyway, Ring Moon time. Oh yeah, you're up and about. I caught you were on the ground, now you're flying. Which means you unfortunately are probably not gonna have very many interactions, but that's okay. It is cool to see it flying. I feel like it does it a lot more, the Pokemon a lot more justice when it is flying. When it's on the ground, it kind of just looks a little wonky. It sort of justifies the big wings. And just sort of the way it, like, hovers when it stops is really interesting to me. I don't know why. Hello. Yes. Yes, you. Does it go on the ground by any chance? Doesn't look like it. But it does interact when in the air. Do you have anything other than a No? One more try. Nope, just Come on, you got like a roar? Like a... I don't know. No, okay, you got one reaction, that's fine. But it's a really cool Pokemon to see flying around. I don't know, I just like the visual of it flying. Yeah, I totally forgot about that spiel I made about my Zolzilver team on Saturday. Yeah, it was when we were doing a new Snap. Talked about it a bit. Okay, let me quickly... Let's go do Fido. We'll just do it right by Madali. We'll do the photo shoot. And then at the end, we'll send the photos to my girlfriend so she can see what I've been up to. Okay, so 5 shinies today. One of which was a complete accident. but a happy little accident. Oh, you're talking about your Scarlet and Violet team? Ooh. Oh, yeah, Scarlet and Violet. Yes. Okay, you have not brought up the Scarlet and Violet team. That is new. Sorry, that took me a second. Do a quick Fido shoot. It's a weird looking Fido. Whoops. Try that again. Hello there. Woof. Fido's very cute. We did, like, just look at this shiny Fido not that long ago, so... Whoop. Nothing too crazy with the photo shoot here, but... Yeah, we get some close-up photos of it. I think last time we were kind of far away from it. Oh, and I keep getting it when it's closing its eyes. Oh, that was half closed. Did that too early. I'm trying. There we go, we kind of got it. Woof! Hey, little cutie. Fido's so adorable. It's a decent shiny, nothing crazy, but you know what? It's visually appealing. It's different enough from the original one that I like it. I feel like I mean I think it makes sense because it's like a different like red shade. I think if they made it like green, that just kind of doesn't work with the Pokemon theme. So I think it was a good way to keep it kind of in line with the dough theming. One more. Hello, buddy. Yes, you're so silly. Such a puppy. That's exactly what it is. Alright. So far I'm playing using Quaquaval, Scovillain, Frigoref, Glamora, and Sylveon. I've just decided on a 16-member. Ooh, fun. Yeah, I used a shitload of Pokemon on my team. Like, literally, over the course of the main game and the DLC, I used, I think, almost 60 Pokemon. It was something absurd. Like, for reference, I have a few Pokemon not here, but these are all things I used as teammates. Like, they all have a hunk theme name. I went a little crazy, so I've used everything on that list except Sylveon because I was doing all Gen 9 Pokemon. Yeah, they're all fun. They're all fun to use. I really enjoyed using, especially Quaquaval and Glamora. Those were pretty fun ones for me. Frigoref and Scovillain are cool too. Scovillain just has such a unique typing, and Frigoref gets some interesting moves. I guess I'm just gonna run around and do whatever terror raids. I mean, I could go do the Porygon 2-1. I guess I may as well. I can't fly there. We'll come up with, so we gotta do Sableye, Sneasel, Zweilious, Roaring Moon, and Fido. At least come up with ideas for nicknames. Let me actually write down real quick what we did for the Shiny Fido and Darksplun before, because we did have a theme going with them. We got, alright. Fido equals Crumpet, and then Duckspoon equals Biscuit. Okay. We don't have anything else on any of their lines. I could wait on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait on Roaring Moon actually for the time being because I want to do a thematic naming between all of the Paradox Mons. So we'll get back to that later then. I want to actually get all of them and plan them all out at the same. I guess I could just plan them all out now, but you know. Any ideas for a final team member? Let's see. Let me pull up my box of Pokemon and see what fits well. Because yeah, unfortunately the Paradox Mons are really cool, but you don't get them until like really late into the game. Let's see. I'm trying to find something that yeah is like interesting usage-wise and also fits well. With the team. Quackball is water fighting, yes. I guess it depends, yeah. Goldango's fun to use. It's pretty annoying to evolve, but it gets a pretty good move pool and the thing is just absolutely insane. Depends how strong of a Pokemon you want to use, because this thing is absurdly strong. Yeah, Excalibur is another one that was really fun to use, but also very strong. And then I was to say, yeah, I guess it depends if you're playing Scarlet or Violet, but Ceruledge and Armarouge are pretty cool too. I think I might try Kilowatch because I don't have Flying Electric. Kilowatch was fun to use. Its move pool's pretty limited, but I just like the Pokemon. So, yeah, it limited move pool, but the Pokemon is just like, it's cool to see because it always is like so much bigger than I expect it to be. Well, I had to say hi to the Skittle and the Makuhita. I'd be evil not to. The Splink in the back there. Oh yeah, I also have to send the photos to my girlfriend real quick of the shinies. Hang on. Let's see what the good photos are. And do this. I guess I'll just send them one at a time real quick. Hang on. Very important. I take a few screenshots. That's kind of cute with the little music note. I think there's some cute Fido stuff in here. Hang on. Let's go with that. That's cute. Cute little baby. I just photoed my Discord and not the game. Oops. Alright, cool. Yeah, we got a few minutes here just to come up with a few nicknames. The only other thing I could do is come up with potential names for the whole Paradox situation. Because I named all of the future Paradox Mons shinies after drills, so I think I'm gonna do saws for the past ones. But I gotta see. I gotta make sure there's actually enough saws. Where is this, by the way? Just to clarify, was that Linny Star on you always? Yes, yeah, that's Linny Star on. Yeah, that is my girlfriend. I always send her shiny updates whenever I get one. So, yeah. And yeah, she's the one who's been playing Snap. Her new Pokemon Snap with me on stream recently. Been a ongoing process. She doesn't stream that much, but I believe there's we're planning on doing like a Pokemon ROM hack thing coming up fairly soon, and I'm assuming she'll probably stream her perspective of that. Yeah, she's nowhere near as active as me, but she does still stream occasionally. I think she's been swamped with trying to finish up school stuff. So she'll probably be streaming more soon. Okay. Debating if I want to. I think I might just come up with generic saw names for the time being, to be honest. Let me figure that out, just because that doesn't take as much mental energy. I guess the question is, how many different types of saws are there? There's a couple. I think we can make this work. We can name something chainsaw. That's pretty fun. Okay. So I'm really just gonna write down a bunch of things that I think could work, just generally speaking. So yeah, handsaw, rip saw. I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna go off the thematicness of getting rid of the word saw, unless it's like chainsaw where it's one word. So fret saw, wind saw. So I guess I also have to confirm what I named the past Paradox Mon, so just on the off chance there's like a similar name. Hacksaw, blah blah blah. Crosscut. Now I'm just writing down every saw and I'll probably remove some as I go. Pruning saw. Oscillating. Sounds cool. Oscillating. Did I spell that right? I think so. This is in my shoes. Want to stream, but life gets in the way? Yeah. Yeah, she's in that general boat. Okay, I'm gonna stop writing the word saws. So there's circular saws. I'm just gonna say it right. Jigsaw. I don't know if I don't want to name a Pokemon Jig. That just sounds weird. Actually, chainsaw is 2 words. Or does that just be? Chainsaw's 2 words? No, I think just this example's doing it wrong. Chainsaw's a cool name. Mitter saw? M-I-T-E-R? Yeah, it's crazy how many saws there are. There's table saws. I don't know if I'm naming a Pokemon table, but it'll be funny. Scroll saw, so scroll. Oh, I should have closed those. Reciprocating. That's kind of a hard name. Track saw and full saw. I literally just named everything. Or P-O-L-E for pole. Okay, we are gonna get our stuff reset in a sec, so I'm gonna faint. I just realized what that Terra Pokemon was. Favorite normal type lines, referring is a close second. I do, yeah, the Porygon line is a goofy one. I quite like it. Okay, we got a few more. We got Crosscut. Coping saw. Okay, naming a Pokemon Coping is very funny. Keyhole saw. I'm not naming one a Japanese saw because it would just be Japanese. There's Ripcut. Ripcut's kind of an interesting one. Pruning. So pruning saw. Bone saw. Back saw, veneer saw. Bro, you wouldn't believe how many saws I'm looking at. Wallboard saw. It's crazy out here. This is the most intense thing in my life. Frame saw. Circular saw. There's a lot of saws, turns out. Hole saw. I don't think. Do I want to name a Pokemon Hole? That is funny. 2-man crosscut handsaw. I don't think that's gonna be a name. Saber saw. Fret saw. Every image introduces a new saw. I'm just literally on Google Image looking at saws. How crazy I am. Plasterboard saw. I don't think naming a Pokemon Plasterboard is particularly cool, but I like the name. See, the trick is the trick is to find an object you can look up, and then I don't actually have to come up with good names. The hard point saw. Why is there so many saws? Who made all these saws? Who did this? I think that's about it. Dovetail saw? That would kind of work for Screamtail. I think I got floorboard, right? Maybe I didn't. it's so nice just not having to actually be creative and just reading names. Okay, what the? Okay, I'm seeing a few more interesting ones. Wait, hold on. I gotta zoom in. I gotta zoom in on this shit. Crunch. Okay, I guess I can't see it. We got Bozuki Saw. I don't know how many of these are even like commonly real bows. I guess I gotta look a few of these up because this is a pretty compressed image. Azbeki Saw? I'm probably saying that wrong. Oh, there's Gents Saw, G-E-N-T-S. Okay, that's probably enough. I'm gonna quickly look a couple of these up. Just make sure I spelled them right. Okay, so a bouzouki is apparently a musical instrument. Oh shit, we actually fainted? Let me look up bouzouki saw. Oh, it's dozuki! Okay, not bouzouki. That, obviously, if I look that up, it comes up with saws, right? Nope, it comes up with a car. Okay, well... It's a real saw. It might be more common in Japan, though. Ryoba saw, that looks to be correct. I'm just gonna collision course this thing and check it out. And then Azbeki saw. Cool. Okay. Those all work as potential saw names. Also, Burton did get back to me. Three big scary dragons. She said to the Zwillius, the Roaring Wind, and Fido. Yes, all very AoE. That's funny. That's cute. That was a couple of Mysticus here would be pretty sexy. Or an ability capsule, that works too. I mean, you know, the XP candies don't always help, and also we did burn through quite a few going for the Dunsparce 3 segment, so we take it. I don't know if we're getting any nicknaming stuff today outside of prepping the Paradox Mons. I might have time for like one more Para raid, like a 5-star one. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Portagod 2 event was supposed to have ended by now, but given the fact that I don't connect to the online service, I don't really care. I may as well just keep it. I'm assuming Baxcalibur will not be a farmable Terra raid. Just because we've had a lot of trouble with the pseudos. Except for Tyranitar. Tyranitar went pretty well. So, we'll see. Yeah, what do we have? We have to come with a Sableye name, a Sneasel name, a Zwillius, and the Fido name should be a little easier. Because as I said, I do have sort of a gimmick going on. I just have to go through the list of names to figure out what I'm going with. Whee! Plunk. Plunk is the sound my bones make when they break. Alright, give you a go. Because you're good for these. Okay, so what do we have for... We had Crumpet and Biscuit. I know I had other... Oh yeah, okay, we have Biscotti, Macaroon, Sandcandle, Buttermilk, Hazelnut. I do like Biscotti. Let's do that. I think I can just like literally immediately lock that in. Then we'd have Biscotti, Crumpet, Biscuit. Although I guess the one downside is it doesn't have like the T. Crumpet, Biscuit. I had to hate for the night since you're probably ending pretty soon. Yeah, I'm gonna end probably in like 5-10 minutes, so. Appreciate you stopping by, thank you. Good night. Keep tight. I guess Crumpet and Biscuit. Are Crumpets and Biscuits like that similar even now that I'm looking at it? These all feel very... What are crumpets? I'm realizing I don't actually really know what crumpets are. I'm too United States for this. Okay, so it's sort of like a pancakey thing. And then biscuits, I'm assuming, are much more cookie related. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, it's like a baked item. It's more cookie. Crumpet biscuits. So yeah, I mean, just something that's sort of baked generally works. I don't know, it's not like, they're not like super closely related. This is where ChatGPT comes in. No. Honestly, ChatGPT in this scenario is probably not the worst idea. Because I'm just looking for a list of things. Fuck it, I'm gonna try it. I feel like such a... I'm like, I'm gonna use ChatGPT! But I mean, you know, what are... I don't know, 20 foods similar to biscuit and... This is such a stupid thing that I'm doing right now. And crumpets that end in... I guess it would have to be IT or ET. I don't know. Oh yeah, let's ball. Let's see if it gives me anything interesting. Okay, well it didn't really give food here. Oh no, it did. At least the ITs, none of them worked. Hey, so they're realistic. We take it. Baguette. Oh wait, baguette's cute. Baguette would work. There's also omelet, but eh. But baguette is very like Frenchy, not. I mean, it's not. It's more European sounding. It's not. It doesn't end in ET, but it ends in the sound. I'm fine with baguette, honestly. I mean, it's kind of a little lazy given it's bread, while crumpet and biscuit are a little bit more mildly less on the nose, but I don't care. Let me see if I can do one. Is there anything else in here that I would really consider? This crumpet. Oh, you already said that. It's pointing out my point of reference. Oh wait, psychic one. Okay, we'll do one more here. Yeah, fuck it, let's just do this. No, actually, no, it's not gonna work. It's psychic type. I was gonna use it for drain punching, but psychic. What do we got here for? You know, let's go like Goldango, honestly. Not something I typically bring, but I think it makes sense here. Yeah, I mean, outside of omelet, there's croquette, but that's eh. And then there's like Gillette. Velvet doesn't really work. I don't think omelet really fits either. We'll just do baguette. Okay. Cool. So that's just Sableye, Sneasel. What did she typed something when I sent the Sneasel and the Banba and Pepto-Bismol. Those are kind of funny names. I don't know if I'm gonna use them, but I'm gonna put them on the list. Pepto-Bismol does fit with the space, I think. Excuse me. I don't have a ton of technical knowing. I do like Gem Gremlin. I mean, this would be another one where, like, coming up with gems actually really works. I've kind of used a lot of gem names already on Chinese. But that would make sense. Oh, some of these issues, I think there's multiple. Like some of these gems have multiple variants in different colors. Sulfur. That feels weird. There's sulfur. There's calcite. I don't know exactly what I've used as part of the problem, but whatever. Yeah, a lot of these I know I've actually used or seen, because there's like yellow sapphire, but I'm not naming it sapphire. There's also yellow jasper, but like I don't know how many of these, as I said, yeah, are, because like I'm not gonna put the word yellow in front, so. Chameleon? Chameleon? Basalt is kind of an interesting name. I don't think it's really yellow or gold, but a lot of these are more orangey that I'm looking at right now. Simbersite. Ooh, 2 spicy Mysticals and abilities. We got literally in this brief period, we got pretty lucky and got yeah, 2 out of the 3 Mysticas that we used back. Which is kind of crazy. Also there's Citrine, which I assume is used in other contexts for citruses. I'll check this fairy one and then we gotta call it regardless of if I fight it. If it's 5-star, I'll fight it, but other than that, it's probably not worth it. Nope, not worth it. Okay. Do a quick EXP candy check, just to make sure I'm not overflowing. And then we'll call it. I think I probably should revisit the Sableye nickname. Gremmy Jemmy. That is a funny name, not gonna lie. Or Jemmy Gremmy. They call me the nickname Maestro for a reason. And then, yeah, Sneasel and Zweilious, we got nothing as of yet. Okay, we're candy. The only other thing would be... How do we fill up so fast on normal Terra? I mean, we get like 60 per Porygon 2 Terra raid. But I'm like, I may as well sell them if I'm gonna get extra. I don't know how many more of these we're gonna fight. I guess, just in case, I will toss 199 as opposed to just 99. Because I don't even... Normal Terra types is something I doubt we do that many transformations into. But, okay. Yeah, so I think, I mean, I'll revisit Sableye tomorrow, and then we'll look at Sneasel and Zweilious and maybe see about the Saw names as well. It's not, like, urgent, but the sooner we at least get to Sneasel, Zweilious, and Fido, the better. Otherwise, we're just going to get backed up, which we don't want. So, yeah, okay. But that'll wrap things up here. Next time, we will just keep shiny hunting for Paradox Mons, probably do a few more raids or something, so we can brainstorm nicknames. And we will go from there. But yeah, bye. I feel like I kind of did the outro already. Bye.